Ever dreamed of climbing walls like a spider or breathing underwater? While superpowers like these may not exist in real life, there are still some weird things that the human body is capable of doing that a regular person aside from a select few can't. So stick around and find out 20 unique things that some people can do that most humans can't. Before we begin, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell icon if you don't want to miss any new uploads. Let's begin. You've heard of people being able to lick their noses before, but have you ever seen someone lick their own forehead? Enter Yagya Bahadur Katuwal, a bus driver from Nepal who has the unique ability that allows him to reach his forehead using his tongue. While most people can learn to cross their eyes, some people can take it a step further by moving each of their eyeballs independently. Watching these people move their eyes around makes it look like their eyeballs have a mind of their own, and it is super freaky. While some people had the ability to bend their tongues in a U shape, there is an even bigger minority of people who can go beyond and twist their tongues into completely unique shapes. Since this is only possible if you have a genetic trait allowing you to do so, it is literally something most people cannot do in real life. We all drink water to survive, so how fast can you drink water isn't something people usually think about when they are drinking. Some people can drink water so fast that they can empty an entire bottle in a single second. Most people can't do it without gagging in the process. You've probably heard that it is impossible for a human to touch their elbow with their tongues, but some people have shown that it is more possible to do so. Only a small percentage of people can do this, however, because you need to be born with either a shorter upper arm or a longer tongue to be able to do this trick. You've probably heard of the urban legend that if you try and sneeze with your eyes open, the force of the sneeze will make your eyeballs pop out of your head. Our bodies automatically always force our eyes shut when we sneeze, but a small portion of people don't have this restriction and can sneeze without having to shut their eyes. Ears are only used for listening to things, right? That would be the case for most people, however, there are some who have learned to use the muscles in their ear to wiggle them around. Only 1% of people in the world can do this because 99% of people are born with their ear muscles not connected to the rest of their face. So if you can do it, you're super special indeed. The human skin is elastic to some extent to allow blood to move around in our bodies. However, some people are born with the ability to stretch their skin out to impossible lengths, almost like a rubber band. It is impossible for a regular person to be able to do this because you need to be born with naturally loose skin to be able to do so, such as Gary Turner, who holds the world record for the most stretchiest skin. Whenever you get tickled by another person, your body reacts instantly in response to this action. However, when you try to tickle yourself, your body knows that it is you who is doing the tickling and doesn't respond. This isn't the case for all people, since a very small minority of people can actually tickle themselves because their body doesn't identify who is doing the tickling. It is a rare genetic condition, so it is only impossible for most people to do it. Most people can only bend their thumbs inwards towards their palms. However, a small percentage of people can do the complete opposite. People born with this condition called hitchhiker's thumb have the unbelievable ability to bend their thumbs backwards. This is because their thumbs have more joints in them than most humans, allowing them extra mobility and being able to bend their thumbs backwards. Whenever you raise your eyebrow, your other eyebrow moves along with it involuntarily. It may seem impossible to move only one eyebrow at a time, however, some people have managed to train their bodies to be able to move their eyebrows completely independently from each other. While this isn't an impossible task, it is a still very hard task to master. Much like wiggling your ears, the ability to twitch your nose is another trick that most people can't do. But in this case, it is possible to learn how to do it. However, most people just can't do it because they aren't born with the ability to do so. So if you can do this trick, consider yourself one of the lucky few. Most people use their mouths to eat and drink, so the thought of putting your fist in your mouth is the last thing that crosses their minds. Not everyone can do this trick though, simply because they can open their mouths wide enough or their hands are too big. But there are some people in the world who can manage to fit their fists inside their mouths. Try moving your leg clockwise while drawing the number 6 in the air with your hand. If you can't do it, then don't worry. You are part of a large majority of people who don't have the ability to do multiple tasks at the same time. Some people, on the other hand, can actually handle more than one task at once without a problem. This task requires a lot of flexibility, so don't blame yourself if you are unable to do it. Only some people who are either born double-jointed or have trained their body's flexibility from a young age can do this trick successfully. Fingers work together in order to function properly, so normally you wouldn't think of splitting your fingers in opposite directions. Most people can't get it on their first try, so don't worry. You can train your hands to be able to pull off a Balkan salute with enough practice and wish everyone prosperity with ease. For most people, spitting is a voluntary action, meaning you can choose when you want to spit by doing the action. Gleeking, on the other hand, is an advanced form of spitting, possibly only in people with strong salivary ducts. Gleeking is the act of spitting a stream of saliva straight out of your salivary glands just by moving your tongue forward. Your eyes are designed to stay inside your body, protected by eyelids from any external stimuli. But some people defy these natural boundaries with the insane ability to pop their eyeballs out of their sockets and hold them outside their faces. People like Kim Goodman, who holds the world record for the furthest eye popping, are able to do this strange trick with ease. For most people, accidentally twisting your foot is quite a painful ordeal. But there are some people who have so much control over their joints in their feet that they can turn both of their feet completely backward and still be able to walk around. While it is impossible to do this if you aren't born double-jointed, it is still hard to master even if you are double-jointed. The most famous example of people who can do this trick is fellow YouTuber Markiplier, who has done this unique trick on multiple occasions. The act of contortion requires years of practice and a naturally flexible body. It is nearly impossible to learn how to do so without these factors. For some people, it is almost impossible to even touch their toes without bending their knees. You can try it for yourself and let us know. Contortionists can bend their bodies in ways that look completely impossible to the average human and are very entertaining to watch. Alright, which one of these body tricks can you do? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to Trend Joint, and we'll see you in the next one.